Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Or if this is your first time listening to us, we are Pinfalls and Passports. My name is Mira, and today I'm joined by Katie and Dorkchop. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, guys. And today we will be recapping the latest episode of SmackDown that occurred on August 15th and Triplemania 33 that occurred August 16th. However, our focal point today is discussing WrestleMania tickets. Since it has been announced the combo tickets will be going on sale September 21st. No, excuse me, 24th. We will let you know what we paid last year, best time to buy, any tips and tricks that we've learned, and some info on suites as well. And to start off, we will be discussing the SmackDown episode that happened on Friday. So, everyone, what did y'all think? I thought it was a show. It's a show, right?
It was mid.
Well, yeah, I can definitely agree. I feel like the biggest highlight is that Sami Zayn is now on SmackDown. That is the biggest highlight, that episode.
Yeah, we're running into a problem here. First of all, the show was in Boston, so like Cena's hometown, right? Fine. You don't have Cena, whatever. But you also don't have Cody, all right? So you don't have Cena and you don't have your champ. And when your main eventers are Sami Zayn, Big Jim, Jacob Fatu, Solo and Friends, like really that is going to be your show. Like, I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. But you need star power of some sort, right? For a Boston crowd. I just did not think that it was an extremely mid show.
Yeah.
So, with Sami Zayn pinning Solo, I guess they're setting up that storyline there. Maybe he's the next person in line for that title potentially. This is what back to back weeks of him pinning Solo. So I don't
Mhm,
really know because I'm thinking Sammy was on Raw what a week or two ago saying he wants a world title shot.
mhm.
That's not a world title, but maybe take our baby steps. We're gonna go up the ladder. Maybe that's what it is. I really don't know what's happening.
I
Yeah.
honestly think it's to set up war games.
That's true too. That's true as well.
Yeah. I definitely see this going the War Games route. We have Big Jim, Sammy, Jacob Fatu. So we have three. And then what? You throw in Jey Uso and what? Roman?
Are we gonna run it back
We're gonna
again
run
with
it back
them?
again. It's just yeah. I don't know. I really don't know where we go. I'd like to maybe see the Wyatt Six in a War Games. But me and Martin, we are probably the only two that genuinely like the Wyatt Six. Are we gonna run it back with Bloodline? I don't know. I don't know. I am very underwhelmed with yesterday's episode, and not gonna lie, guys. I forgot most of what happened. Nothing of relevance.
Well, the only other thing was that Carmelo Hayes, he was also home. So it was Mello Dome Miz versus Fraction and Mello and Miz won. So that was, okay. That was cool. I know a lot of people want Mello, so that was like a big focal point there. But I'm like, are we going to put them in the tag division scene? Is there going to be a turn of some sort with one or the other? That was something that gave me the warmest fuzzies, I guess, a little bit. And then you had the face to face with Nia, Tiffy, and Jade. But the women's division is becoming a little stagnant. They need a draft ASAP. No Rocky, like all Rocky actually. We need a draft ASAP. We need a shake up. We need something because I don't know what's going on down there for the women.
Need Bianca Belair back.
I
Yeah.
know she's not cleared yet. She is not cleared yet. I really
Who
hope it's
knew
sometime soon.
a finger would screw somebody up this long?
Right?
Like, it's a finger.
I don't even think she knew. I know in the latest interview I watched, it's like it's not that she doesn't want to, but if she trains like intense, like super intense, or if she actually goes into a ring to wrestle, if they do a move and it messes with her fingers, she's gonna be out even longer. So they're
Mhm.
trying to wait till like she's completely cleared.
When I was younger, I broke three of my fingers all at once playing volleyball. And I was in a cast for like literally 6 weeks and then I was fine. So I don't know what kind of injury. That must be with like ligaments and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
I don't know. I mean, this SmackDown was a show of shows of shows.
it was. But you want to talk show of shows? We
Ooh,
had a wicked weekend.
that's true. That is very true. With
Uh,
Triplemania 33.
Triplemania.
That was an amazing show. It's probably, in my opinion, one of the top of 2025 pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever we want to call it. That was an amazing show to watch.
I did not watch, but I did see the card. I went to bed early. I was really thrown off by the 9 p.m. start time. I did see the card and it looked really stacked. And I was really surprised. I know that, with this merger with WWE and AAA, but I was really surprised just by how much there was a strong WWE presence. How well received were they? Because essentially they're WWE stars entering AAA territory, right? Yeah. How well received were they during the show?
I think they were perceived pretty well. I like how AAA is maintaining their champions and keeping their belts within their with their people, like their
Mhm.
homegrown people. Because we'll get into this probably another episode. I don't like how TNA's belts are on the WWE folks. I'm not gonna lie. I really wish that they like their homegrown talent had their belts. But I
Mhm.
like how AAA has maintained that. You're still able to see the high flyers. You're still able to see the cool spots. You get to see folks that we haven't seen on TV in months, like Otis, Omos, so like we're able to see those folks from the WWE in the ring.
Mhm.
And you also get to see their talent as well. So that was really, really cool. My favorite was Microman. That was my pick to win that battle royale. Honestly, he did it for me. But Omos won, and that was good to see. But it's like, okay, he won. Where else is this going to take him, or if it's going to take him anywhere? But that was like a good little pop feeling. You had the Judgment Day down there
Mhm.
with Mr. Iguana, Lola Vice, and Nino Ham
Hamburg
Hamburg Hamburgos. If I'm not
Hamburguesa.
yes, Hamburguesa. I failed Spanish, y'all. I'm so sorry. I really wish I didn't. Um, but that was actually a really entertaining match. I wanted Mr. Iguana, and Lola to win, but the Judgment Day picked up that dub. So, there's a.
Well, you're forgetting one thing about that match. Wasn't there? Was
Oh,
that?
you go ahead. You talk about this part.
I'm just saying, like, I was curious because I didn't watch Triple Mania, but I
Right.
did see the pictures of Finn with Demonito.
Yes,
You want to tell me a little
Demonito.
about that?
That was very intriguing. I didn't know what he was about to pull out, but when I seen it was a puppet, I said, "Oh, we did bring the the Demon Finn Balor back to life." Because I was literally saying, like, I miss Demon Finn Balor.
Me too.
He brought in a puppet. It was actually really cool to see. I want to see more of what we do with that. I know it's now merch, so that's how that goes. But that was really fun to see as well. And the Triple Mania main event was Dragon Lee, Elgade Americano, Dominic Mysterio, and Valkingo. And honestly, I wanted El Grande to win because Mexico loves some El Grande Americano. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yes, he's very well perceived. And I feel like it's because Gable felt more like a mockery and well, this version of El Grande Americano, because who knows who it is, quote unquote. But this version of El Grande seems like he's really going into it. He's very much with the culture. He speaks Spanish very well. He was singing, like they love him down there. They love him down there.
Isn't it okay? Isn't it Kaiser?
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he is they're embracing, I guess, then Kaiser versus Chad. That's very
Yeah.
interesting because so at WrestleMania, I was surrounded by a lot of our Latino community, and they were 50-50 when El Grande came out, right? There was the people sitting directly beside me who they were so insulted then the other people behind me and in front of me were cheering for him. They absolutely loved him. So it's really interesting to see how Chad Gable, which I mean, technically speaking, like his technical ring skills are superior in terms of the lucha style versus Kaiser. But I think maybe, is it like the language? Is it that where they're more accepting? Is it the culture? Like what makes those two so different? Because essentially it's the same character.
Yeah.
Or is it now simply the fact that it's not just one person? It's more the bigger thing. Like it's not just El Grande is one person. There's like 5 of them now. 3. But
Right. Yeah.
is it El Grande as a whole, as the idea of El Grande?
I don't know. I feel like that's something like we could really go in depth. And it's kind of crazy because I never thought that this character would get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, I'm very enthralled by what this version of El Grande Americano is doing. I know there's what? Isn't it supposed to it's Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne as
Pete
the other
Dunne. Yep.
yeah, as the other two. I'm very interested to see what the other versions do. Like it could be that, it could be a triple threat type of tag team or something against other tag teams, maybe one day. I really
Throw
don't
them in
know.
War Games. Throw all the El Grandes in War Games.
See, no, what I was thinking was that they could like, each one could come out like, as with a Roman numeral attached to them, like, like the Viano 1, Viano 2, Viano 3, Viano 4. Now we got El Grande, Americano Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro.
Yeah, it's for the Rumble. It's just like the next 5 entrants are just going to be all El Grandes.
And then they just do like the Spider-Man thing in the middle of the ring and point at each other.
Yeah, right.
That's definitely going to happen. I can definitely foresee that happening though.
I love that. I
Um,
love that. But the crowd, apparently, I heard, and I saw some clips on Instagram where the crowd was not so much into.
can you? Like,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, like they like Del Rio wasn't in the match at all, and they still want him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Del Rio's not with the company anymore, right?
No.
That's right. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And
once WWE took over, yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
something that was interesting to me as well. I had heard about it when he first won the championship, how the crowd was like very much like not satisfied with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it got a little bit better, but indeed it did not. Um, I think Del Rio, there probably is a possibility for him to return with how much the crowd is wanting that. Also during the show, Conan actually got inducted into Triple H like Hall of Fame, and Ray Mysterio he was speaking about it, and he was basically saying like Del Rio will be back. Like he was saying like he will be bringing him back somehow in some capacity. I've been seeing that online a lot during the speech. So I'm like, okay, I don't know how this will work. I know there's a lot of speculation there's a lot of allegations, things that have been confirmed about Alberto. So I don't really know how that's going to play into effect, but the crowd is not behind their champion at the moment. And I really think that they were hoping that Dom would win because that's what it seemed like. A lot of the crowd didn't
Mm-hmm.
want Dom. Oh, basically anybody but their current champion, which is kind of crazy to me because that man is super talented. I seen him at 2300. I believe I seen him other places as well. I want to say LA maybe during one of the indie events. He's so talented. So
Mm.
it's kind of crazy to have a crowd against him, but he did prevail last night, and honestly, I was happy, but
Well, and the thing is, like what Austin was saying earlier today, is that Vikingo is essentially post Shield Roman, and the crowd thinks of Alberto Del Rio as their Daniel Bryan.
that is true too. Yeah,
That
I was reading that.
yeah, they feel like Del Rio is an organic babyface, and Vikingo was the company guy that WWE chose to push.
I can see it. I mean, they're gonna do what they want to do to make the money anyway, but
Right.
hopefully they do end up listening to their crowd. Also, AJ Styles came in the match and he kind of messed it all up for Mr. Dominic Mysterio. So, I mean, there's that too. I honestly
Oh,
thought
I
it
gotta hear
was
this.
Ray. I thought it was Ray at first. I'm gonna say, Ray, what are you doing? You too old to be doing this. You being petty, but I seen that it was AJ, and I was like, okay. But that feud is gonna obviously be continuing. Because that was why Valkyria ultimately won, because AJ came in and messed stuff up. He came and messed stuff up for him. And that just left him with like an easy pin, essentially. But I'm excited to see that feud progress. I don't know if it'll be Clash in Paris, maybe a Raw episode. I don't know, but I'm very interested to see where AJ and Dom go next. I don't know if AJ's finally going to win or not, but we'll see. I was very pleased with this pay per view though, or PLE as they call them. But I was very pleased with it.
Well, I mean, this was their WrestleMania, right?
Yes, this was the WrestleMania, so that leads us into talking about WrestleMania tickets. Are we excited?
We're back.
We're
we
so back.
excited?
Shit, here we go again.
I feel like that GTA all the time. Damn.
Oh my god, guys, I feel like I'm still recovering from April, and we're
Mhm.
already midway through August, and in literally 5 weeks, WrestleMania tickets are going on sale.
The
It's
combos are going on
that
sale.
that's right. And I joined this server around this time last year, when I was planning my WrestleMania. So it's kind of like, oh my God, I've been around here for a year now. But it's like, holy crap, like we're back. We're back. We're back to it. We are going to be getting a lot of new members, a lot of new people coming on here. So we have a lot of
Yeah.
experience. We have a lot of experience now on how do we get the best deal and navigate Vegas for WrestleMania. So
Vegas
Okay.
Mania Part 2. Are we ready? I know we all have hotels booked, so this will be fun.
Mhm.
This will be fun.
Of course.
they're booked. Now whether we choose to go or not is a completely different story.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I feel like us talking about it here, it's gonna get those juices flowing. So maybe we might
FOMO? Are we getting FOMO, guys? Are we already
don't know.
getting
We
FOMO?
might be.
Oh
We
my
might be.
goodness.
We might be. But
Well,
I wanted to ask y'all, what did y'all pay last year for your tickets?
Oh,
The WrestleMania 41.
Dorkchop, you tell us.
so I paid $1,000 was the initial ticket price, plus your taxes and your fees. It brought it out to about $1,359 total. Yeah, those fees were ridiculous this past year, and I only anticipate them getting worse. So, I mean, I anticipate if I went with the same tickets, the same seat, it would be about 1,600. That was for a 2-day combo. So I'm assuming there's going to be at least a 20% markup before dynamic pricing kicks in.
That was the killer. I'm just looking at mine right now. So I actually know somebody who is a Raiders season ticket holder. And I reached out to him to see if he was able to get the tickets for me. And his access happened before the pre-sale. So the pre-sale started, I believe, on the Wednesday, is what it was, guys. Was it the Wednesday?
Mhm.
Yeah. So the pre-sale was on Wednesday. So I got my WrestleMania tickets on the Tuesday through the Raiders season ticket holder sale. My tickets, I was in the end zone in the 200s. I was in the fourth row. And they were $900 a ticket. But so 2 tickets, 1,800. Tell me why I ended up paying $2,400 for the 2 tickets because of all the fees. I
In the
paid,
200s as well? Like, that's kind of crazy to me.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was in the end zone, but the stage was directly right in front of me, like front view, everything. It was great. I sat in that same area for WrestleMania 28. So I'm like, I'm familiar with this area. We didn't know if there was going to be pillars or not. That was another big thing going on last year when we were planning for WrestleMania. Nobody knew if there was going to be pillars. And everybody was saying there's going to be pillars because the stadium cannot suspend the ring above the ring for the light system like that. But
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff hanging from that ceiling, guys, from that roof, right?
Yeah.
So now we know no pillars. I think I would have chosen a different area, but whatever. Anyways, I paid $468 in service fees, $16 in facility charges, $5 of order processing fee, and then an LET. So I guess like a luxury entertainment tax or whatever. I don't know what an LET is. LET, it's a tax.
It's Las
$163
Vegas. That's the Las Vegas entertainment
tax.
tax.
Oh,
Yep.
$163, bringing me to a grand total of $24.52.54. Wow, that was, and I'm Canadian, right? So that ended up actually costing just over 3,000 Canadian.
Oh my God.
That was insane. That was insane. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh shit, here we go again.
Yep.
But I know a lot of people who got amazing deals on their WrestleMania tickets because they did not flinch. I think we flinched, guys.
I definitely bought out of FOMO.
Yeah, I definitely flinched with this one location package. I paid $4,000. I told y'all this all last week. I can even tell y'all what I paid for WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40, I was in lower bowl, section 119. That was 2,300, and that was for 2 tickets for a combo. For WrestleMania 39, I paid $1,100 for 2 tickets. So, and that was also a combo, lower bowl of SoFi Stadium. So you see how the price has gone up, right?
Oh, yes. Was there dynamic pricing when you went to like 39?
No, the combo ticket I believe I got was about $550, and then afterwards it's probably like $625 or so. And then my girlfriend didn't come with me that year, so I ended up selling it, and I made a little profit from it. But the pricing from 39 to 40 to 41 is a completely different beast, and it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to keep up with these prices, especially off of like a pre-sale.
Yeah. That's why I was saying build in about a 20% increase for this year if you're planning.
20%. And now we also have to take into consideration dynamic pricing. Oh my goodness. So I bought mine the cheapest that those tickets ever were, right? My seats, $900 each for the combo.
Yep.
That was the cheapest that I ever saw them because the next day when that pre-sale family got released, I saw them for $2,000 a ticket. $2,000 a ticket.
In the 200s?
And yes, because I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked and in disbelief and disgusted. I remember taking a screenshot and showing my husband and being like, look at the deal that we got. Like I thought it was crazy. But throughout the day, I had watched the prices just creeping up and up and up. And then the cheapest I ever saw it go back down was at about $1,400 a ticket for that section. And then it was so strange because the single day tickets ended up being, if you bought 2 single day tickets in the same section in the same row, if you bought them separately, it was significantly cheaper than buying one combo. It was like one night was like $500 and the other night was like another $500 or $600. I was like, the math is not mathing here. I don't get it.
I had that same experience with WrestleMania 40. I bought my tickets separate, night 1, night 2. Actually, I did the same for 39. 39, I paid the same price both nights, $275 on the floor by the ramp. I had a limited view, but still I was on the ramp.
Yeah.
I had like club section for 40 in the, like parallel with the stage. And that wound up running me about a total of $750 to $800 for the 2 days. So, it definitely does work out better for you to buy your tickets separately for day 1 and day 2 than to go with the 2-day combos. I don't know why I went with 2-day combos last year, except for FOMO.
Do you guys recommend getting your tickets, your single day tickets once they get released, or do you recommend waiting it out? Because we saw a huge drop in prices as
Yeah.
we started getting closer.
This is what I'll say on this topic. For those that are traveling into the States, or this is your first WrestleMania and you want to secure a certain row, a certain section, do what you have to do that. If you want to buy on pre-sale, general sale, or just see what's available after those two big sales are done, and then secure your tickets that way. However, if this is for my planners, people that like to know before they get to a certain place. That's me, honestly. But if you have the time and you have the patience, ride the wave. The tickets will go down. Trust me on that. I did it this past SummerSlam. I paid less than $1,000 for both nights. And I know some people that paid over that, much more than that in the lower bowl area. And that's
Yeah.
SummerSlam. So if you're able to ride out the wave, please do that. It will save you a few $100s that you can put towards meet and greets, restaurants, any activities you want to do in Vegas. But if you are a planner, do what you got to do. If you have the money to pay for your tickets, secure your spot before you even get to Vegas, do that. But you might be able to save some money if you just wait this out.
Yeah, I was just like looking because I had to buy 2 tickets, right? I was the
Right.
way that I was like looking, I was like, okay, 900 technically $900 a ticket. I wasn't going to get cheaper than $450 per night for the area that I wanted to sit. So I think for myself, I was okay. But I think in the future, I'm gonna go that route. Even though I have to buy 2 tickets, I'm gonna go that route and just roll the dice and see what happens. And I think I'm going to do that not just for WrestleMania. I think I'm going to do that for every event because this dynamic pricing is killer.
Yeah.
There
Yep.
was a lot of tickets still available, even like in the month of March, right? Like when did those single tickets get released? They got released quite late because typically they go on sale a couple months after, right?
I want to say it was early February when they finally
Yeah,
released.
I think it was like February because people are just like, when are y'all dropping these tickets? Any day now. I think it
Yeah.
was February.
Yeah. So I think my theory for this year is that people are going to maybe wait it out or they have to lower their prices to start because the sales were lackluster. And that's putting it lightly.
But the thing is, I don't see them dropping them ticket prices. That's my thing. I don't see them dropping it. I only see them raising it. So as a people, Pinfalls and Passports don't tell you, wait this ride out. I'm telling you, wait the ride out if you can.
Well, yeah, I mean, even if there's like no tickets that you find to be for a suitable price before, waiting all the way up until the event, there's going to be watch parties.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be watch parties all over Vegas. Some of us were looking into maybe getting a cabana for Circumania next year if they have it.
Oh yeah. If I'm going to Vegas, I think that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'll buy like night 2 and attend night 2, but I think maybe depending on what the card looks like, but for night 1, you can catch me at the night swim at Circa because that event is starting at 4 p.m. The sun's still out, it's still hot. Let's get our party on.
And then we can go to the Wynn Buffet and eat. We go on the party,
I
and then
love
we can
it.
be on the party bus by 10.
There
Come
we
on,
go.
that's a night.
That
That's a
is
Wait,
night.
a
wait,
night.
we don't even need to take the party bus to Fremont Street this year. We'd already be
Oh
on
yeah, that's
Fremont Street.
true. That's true. That is very
That's a
true.
really good point. All right, Danny Flo, our party bus coordinator, put that in your calendar. Figure that out for us. I'm just thinking though, you know what else is going to be coming? Sweets.
Oh.
Oh, that's a subject I can't bear to discuss.
It's it's kind of a touchy subject for this server, just for a magnitude of reasons, right? Some people have fallen for a sweet scam. Some people have tried to get into sweets. Some people have tried to arrange a suite themselves. in which that did not go to plan because they, think that they're gone. But whatever, that's besides the point. The point is, I actually myself almost fell for the WrestleMania suite scam last year from somebody on Reddit. So I was in the WrestleMania plans Reddit page, and there was somebody with a travel elite or something like that, who the company that they were representing was a travel elite, and they said it was going to be like $1,900. You get a spot in a suite. I don't think it came with food or anything like that, but it was really intriguing at $1,900 a person, just given how expensive WrestleMania tickets were, right? Like I said earlier, the tickets in my section ended up being like $2,000. I was getting a lot of, even though I got my tickets before they went on sale, just leading up to on sale, like nobody knew what the prices were going to be like, right? We were all thinking, gosh, it's Vegas. And like, I'm a Vegas regular. I know how expensive Vegas is. So I got kind of like scared and I was like, maybe I should do this suite. But anyways, this guy was promoting it and there was a lot of traction on the Reddit post. And I had actually spoken with him and, try to see, okay, how does this work? What does it entail? And it seemed pretty legit. He said that he had a suite for Royal Rumble and he had pictures and like a receipt and everything to prove that like he would like that everything was legit. That's like a legit travel company that deals with like, experiences like this. So I was humming and hawing or whatever. I didn't end up doing it. But there are in fact 2 people in our server that actually went with this company and put deposits down. And one person actually paid in full.
Oh
Um,
no.
yeah. So at $1,900, that's $3,800. That's almost $4,000. And I actually reached out to them because I wanted to see, because leading up to WrestleMania, about a week before, they got notified that the event, that there was no suite. Let me see here what one of the members here was saying. So he was saying, so at about 10 days out before Mania, he got a notice from Squad Trip, which I guess was connected to elite events or whatever, that the event had been canceled. He reached out to Live Elite, but everything was gone. The social media was gone. All the emails, the websites, everything was gone. Everything was wiped. And 3 days before WrestleMania, he had no choice but to file a claim with his credit card company. So the credit card company did reverse the $3,800, but he didn't end up getting that money back until May. So now you're out $4,000, 10 days out from WrestleMania. I asked him, I'm like, what did you do? Did you end up making it to WrestleMania? I'm like, that's a lot of money. Anyways, so he said that what ended up happening is he bought his tickets a couple of days before Mania and he ended up paying total, because he had 2 tickets, he ended up paying total $1,100 a ticket. So he paid $2,200. So we ended up saving over $1,000 compared to the suite. And in the end, he said that he's glad that he did not end up in the suite because he had way better seats. He was like front row of the 100 section for one night. And then he was last row in a riser. So he said that he had a way better view of the ring and he looked up at where the suites were and he goes, I just would have been paying simply for being in a comfortable chair that reclined. He goes, my suite did not come with food or drink or anything like that. So he's really happy that in this case that ended up working out because there was somebody else in the server who did not get their money back.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah, because that person paid with cash. So he paid by debit. And when you pay with debit, you have no recourse with your bank, right? That money is gone. So he also ended up in Vegas. And let me see here. So he's like, he just recommends if you're going to go with a suite, do not go through a third party that you see on Reddit or anything like that. The moral of the story here is always trust Ticketmaster, StubHub, on location, or there's a fourth option, and
There
this
is a
is
fourth option.
it's a
Call them
very
directly.
well, or sorry, five options then.
There's five. There's five. You can call them directly,
Call
or
them
if you
directly.
are looking for a suite or a luxury style experience in Vegas, you can go through Mania Club. They're a big corporation. Well, not corporation, but they're a big community on Facebook, and they do suites for a lot of the PLEs. I know for WrestleMania 42, they do have suites available. The cost is from 1,900 to 2,800 per person. It just depends. And they do have payment plans and things as well. If you look them up on Facebook, it'll be a red icon and it'll have their Mania Club logo in the middle. So if you are looking for that experience, being around other wrestling fans, look into them. They're really good. They're very transparent. They communicate, and there's tons of people that have gone through the experience. So if you're also hesitant, you can also be like, "Hey, I seen this person has pictures in the suite from 41. I'm going to reach out to them, get their experience, how it was, things like that." Do your research, honestly, if you are going to go that route. But Mania Club is super reliable. They're not going to scam you. They do tailgates and stuff for events as well. So if you are looking for a suite, that organization community is an option for you all. So definitely check them out or call them.
They had a really good WrestleMania tailgate in Vegas. Like a whole bar was rented out, I believe. In a Link Promenade, they had like a whole bar rented out. So no, they do like really good stuff. And a lot of a portion of your ticket, the proceeds from the ticket actually goes to Connor's Cure.
Mhm.
They are really big contributors to Connor's Cure. So I totally would if they ever do anything. They even did something for Elimination Chamber in
Yep.
Toronto. So if they ever do something here in Toronto again, I would not hesitate to go that route. And I know that right now, their price for this suite is a range. They're just going off of whatever it cost last year.
Yep.
There was a big range of prices for the suites because Dorkchop, I know you contacted Allegiant yourself, right? Just to see how much a
Yes.
suite was.
And it was around $2,000 a head for both nights.
Yeah. So, which is crazy because like there was a lot of sections that were selling for more than 2,000 a night. So it's just a matter of who wants to drop 20 grand with 10 people. But lucky for us, we have such a strong community here where there might be a couple crazy ones in here that might. You just got to make sure you're dealing with the right person.
That's very true. And also just make connections because that's how a lot of the
Mhm.
times you might fall into opportunities. So I know a lot of people that travel solo, they're very much like, I don't want to end up in a scam. I don't want to end up in any type of like sticky situation. But if you're doing your research to protect yourself, to find out what is going to be a good time for you, what you're willing to spend, things like that, your experience for WrestleMania will be a great time. If you join either Mania Club, if you are in our server, or if you're trying to see like if you want to join, I definitely say join. Speak with some people, ask them about their experiences. I know a lot of people want to know about meet and greets and other events and stuff. Get your name out there, make those connections. When you're in Vegas, all we really have is each other. So I know in the upcoming weeks, we'll be talking about Vegas Mania Part 2, what to expect, how to save money, things of that nature. So definitely connect with others.
And keep listening because we are going to be
Yes.
coming out with a lot of good tips, tricks, advice on Vegas Mania Part 2,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a couple Vegas vets on the podcast team, me being one of them, Daddy Dom. Yeah. Dorkchop, Mirah, you've been to Vegas a couple times. Danny Flo has been to Vegas a couple times. And then we also have Allie, who last year was her first time in Vegas. So we can get like a first timer's perspective as well. Some advice on if it is your first time, what to expect.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Exactly.
It's very overwhelming. It is nothing like anybody like last year. Everybody was like, oh, yeah, I got it. I was in Philly last year. But I'm like, guys, it's Vegas though. You've never been to Vegas. This is going to be different.
Vegas is a different beast.
And I'm going to be saying that again until April, whenever the hell Mania is. It is different. And shoes. You got to wear the proper shoes. You got to
Comfy shoes.
comfy shoes. You got to have triple the amount of underwear that you originally were going to pack because you're going to be hot and it's going to be sweaty, and you need to bring anti-chafing
Y'all heard
anti-chafing
her?
stick.
Y'all heard Katie? Y'all better start listening. You better start picking these things down.
Please, please, because everybody started arriving to Vegas last year, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then they all come crying to me, Katie, I'm chafing. What do I do? And I'm like, sorry guys, but I told you. I'm sorry, I dropped the F-bomb. We're gonna bleep that, right?
Yeah.
No, keep that in. Keep that in.
I'm like, did I not tell you? Did I not tell you that your feet were gonna hurt and that your balls were gonna chafe? Your legs were gonna chafe. I told you. And what did I do? I came on Friday. I landed on the Friday and I brought anti-chafing and I brought bandages and I said, here, I handed them out like hotcakes. Okay. But anyways, we'll dive into that in future
No,
episodes. Right here.
Vegas is yes. Vegas is the adult Disney World. Okay, so our podcast will be telling you everything that we know, everything we've learned from last year, our previous, like outside of wrestling. So we will be explaining that as well. In the next upcoming episodes, we'll be discussing upcoming pay-per-views, PLEs, such as AEW's Forbidden Door, the WWE's Clash in Paris, and then, as we already spoke about, we'll be talking about WrestleMania season that's on the horizon, Vegas Mania Part 2, the travel tips, the events, the flights, My Vegas, everything like that. So please, everyone, stay tuned, stay listening, stay active, and be safe. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, good day, good morning.
Make sure to follow and subscribe.
Yes, we're on Apple now.
That's right. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. So please do follow and subscribe us.